It is time for the annual Turkey of the Year tradition. We know the Mid-South makes a lot of news, not always good news, and sometimes it even makes you want to shake your head. So our panelists are holding the powers that be accountable by deeming who they think deserves to be the Turkey of the Year. So all right, panelists, should we ruffle some feathers, if we will? I'm going to do it in reverse order if we can. So if we start with Deidre here. Deidre, who do you think is your Turkey of the Year and why?
Gobble, gobble. It's County Commissioner Edmund Ford Jr. He's my Turkey of the Year because of the last County Commission meeting where he called the chair, Shantae Avant, a political concubine for Mayor Lee Harris. Who does that? But that's not the only time he's offended one of the females on the county commission. He also offended County Commissioner Erica Sugarman. At one point in one meeting, he said what she said was unintelligible. And I mean, that type of behavior and discussion is uncalled for. And so that's the reason I chose him as my Turkey of the Year, because women and men should not be treated that way in any type of environment. And so he's my Turkey of the Year.
Okay, rightfully so, and with those reasons, I would say as well. But do you all want to give your 2 cents
Oh, I
on
agree
that pick?
101% on that one. He's a disgrace. I've said that before.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ditto.
All right. Well, Susan, you're up next. Who is your Turkey of the Year?
My Turkey of the Year, and this, you know, I think there are a lot of turkeys out there, but I had to pick one. Mm-hmm. So I picked Tammy Sawyer, and she's, you know, although I picked her because of her disgraceful outburst and cursing of some deputies who were assigned to keep the courthouse safe. And she's been in public office long enough to know that she should know better. She shares the courthouse with a lot of other elected officials who need to be safe in there, including judges. And the policy is that you cannot bring a weapon, a gun, inside the courthouse. And she tried to do that because she said her personal guard needed a gun, and she was refused entry. Well, she wasn't refused entry. Her guard was with the gun, and she came back out there and she continued to curse. And I think she just needs to get over it. Truthfully, she's only an elected clerk. It's a row office, and she's lucky that she won that office. But she's not that important. Nobody is that important where you berate and curse somebody who's employed to keep you safe. So she's my Turkey of the Year, and if I had any wish, it would be I'd like to see her behave like that going through the security at the airport. See what happens.
Any feedback on that, Deidre Otis?
Yeah, I'm just going to say that I know that her life has been threatened on a number of occasions, and that she's probably, very, very sensitive to that. So I'm sensitive to that as somebody whose life's been threatened, and it's just hard. And I know that she needed personal security, and that's just a tough one for me.
Well, that's her choice to have personal security.
Absolutely.
I have to confess that when I had the political column at the Commercial Appeal, my life was threatened.
Yeah.
But I didn't go around cursing people that I thought got in my way. So, I mean, it's a matter, when you're elected to public office, you're elected by the public trust, and you really should be a role model for the community. And she needs to figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay, well said there. Otis, you're the last one.
Well, like Susan, there are a lot of them out there, and some of them would have been low-hanging fruit for me, and a lot of people know who they are, so I don't have to name names. But my Turkey of the Year is the Judge Andrew from down in Mississippi. He's the one that gave a house arrest sentence to the lady, Miss Whiteside, who was convicted of sexual abuse of a child. And it really wasn't a slap on the wrist. It was more like a love tap in my mind. And he should have been ashamed of himself for doing it. He caused really a real uproar in DeSoto County to the point where he had to recuse himself afterwards, and then the feds got involved and indicted her on some other charges. But house arrest for something this heinous, he's a grade A butterball turkey for me.
There you go.
Gobble, gobble.
You all want to respond to that one as well?
No. Otis followed that story a lot more closely than I did. So, but anybody who is convicted in a court of abusing a child, house arrest is an inappropriate sentence.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Need to be locked up.
Yes, you all chose very controversial people and topics. A lot of people on social media also giving their opinions on all three different people as well. So those were ones that definitely shook up news this year, I think. So we've been asking you all week, who do you think your turkey of the year is? So I want to read some of them out loud. So the first one, Kamala Harris, with her book tour and just not being in touch with America. Of course, these are anonymous, so nobody gave their name. The second one, Donald Trump, is my pick for turkey of the year based on failing economy, tariffs, jobs, Epstein text messages. There you go with that one. The next one, this may be doing an injustice to turkeys everywhere, but the biggest turkey by far, no competition, would have to be Trump. It pains me to even spell his name. Now that we've got that out of our system, the biggest turkey is actually a rafter of turkeys, and that would be the 3 to 4 Memphis City School Board members so full of hubris, they fired the best superintendent the city has had in a long while. Then going on to the school board, someone else wrote in, Tawana Murphy, 1, for voting to remove Dr. Fagans, 2, eating popcorn during the school board meeting, and 3, having an order of protection against her. We included this last one, Brent Taylor, Otis, you might like this one, divisive and derogatory towards many citizens of Memphis. There were quite a lot for Trump, I would have to say. These were 5 of the ones we chose, but lots of people engaged, a lot for Trump, a couple for Kamala, but Brent Taylor had a few, Tawana Murphy had a few, Wanda Halbert had a few, and some people wrote in their own family members. So, can't really include that, but any takeaways just from the viewers' input?
I'm just thrilled that people sent them in.
Yeah, I am too.
And
I
it
mean,
makes me feel good that the time we spend here is being watched, it's valued, and we're getting feedback, and I think that's great.
I couldn't agree more. But what's wrong with eating popcorn?
Better than rain can.
I remember the days when Gwen Awesome used to knit during city council meetings.
Right,
And they didn't read Kamala's book, so they wouldn't have said that. So anyway.
All right, you guys are great. All right, so in another turn of events, we're going to talk about what we're grateful for. That's probably the most important topic here that we could do. So when we come back, we'll tell you exactly what we are thankful for this year.